Hi, I am Ade. In today's video, I will show you how to recreate this viral Bantu knot hairstyle. Welcome to Hairstyle Cap. I'll be using this comb and then you need the hair gel, you need a thread to tie the hair by the roots. And I will be sectioning the hair in my bathroom where I have a three-way mirror. I sectioned the hair into three parts. Now comb the two front divisions together and divide it into three equal parts. I did it according to the shape of my front hair, so you might want to do that as well. Now you need hairpins and hair bands to keep the unwanted hairs out of your way. When you cut each of the parts, use braiding gel to make your part very clear and clean. For this style, we want two curved tiny weave around the center, so make a C cut. Now you need to weave the C-cut with your natural hair, and please when you're weaving, weave it tightly, not too tight, just in between, and the ends of the hair should not be completely weaved, meaning that you should weave it halfway through. We will repeat the same thing for the other end and weave just the way we did for the previous one. Now get your thread, cut it and fold it in four because you need it to be thick, otherwise it would break. The next thing we want to do now is to bring this whole portion of hair together and tie it. And before that, I applied gel around the hair just to stick it back a little bit. It is very important to tie this section of the hair because look at this hair, it is fussy. If you decide to braid it without tying it, it will become very loose. You're not going to have something solid to grip. So it's important for you to tie the knot so that your bantu knot can fall in place right at the center that you want it to be. If you have a fussy hair in its natural state like I do, then you know the hair is not going to slick down. So please don't beat yourself about it. It is very, very okay and normal. Just tie the hair and make sure it is not too tight. When it's too tight, you are adding too much tension to your hair, and sleeping at night may be difficult as it will hurt. Cut the excess thread. Because of my hair texture, I had to braid the hair to keep it from getting coarse. We want slim weave on both sides of our ear, so make a thin part for that. And you can always smoothen your part with a braiding gel. You can put gel around the section of the hair and then tie the hair just as we have done previously, and make sure you knot it. Make sure it's not too tight. Repeat the same process for the other side of the ear and smoothen it with the braiding gel. Now it's time to weave. Get your plucked extension. For this weave, we want it slim, so pick very little extension. For this weave, you start by weaving your natural hair first and then add the extension gradually. You only need to add it like 4 times and you should be good. For the weave ends, usually I weave until my natural hair is out of the way. So once you notice that you've weaved until you've gotten to the end of your natural hair, drop it and leave the excess. Now repeat the same process for the other ear, weaving it just the way we did for the previous one. For the sections, we are going for irregular curves. As long as it is nicely curved and neat, that is what we need. Use the braiding gel to trace your curve. Make sure it is very neat. Once you have a nice cut, tie it like we have done so far. Repeat the process throughout the hair and make sure you comb your hair before tying it. Again, with my type of hair texture, I will be adding too much heat and gel if I want a very sleek look. Get your hair extension again. This time around, we'll be using very thick sections because my hair is thick and it needs to balance along. Now, for each section, take out the protective braids and let's make the real braids. Comb your hair, please. Section the hair into 3 equal parts. Start with braiding with your natural hair and then fill in the extension as you go. Make sure the extension is the same thickness as your hair. If your hair is thin, then you need to use the extension that is thin, that is small. But if your hair is thick like mine, then you need to take more extension. Use the braiding gel to slick the tip of your hair into the extension and keep braiding until you reach the end. You're going to braid this one till the end of the hair itself. And you can also use extension that is of shorter length. I'm using this one because it's a leftover that I don't want to waste. Now, to wrap the hair, you need to fold the hair at your desired height and wrap around the fold as you can see from top to the bottom. When it is getting towards the end of the hair, wrap it to the root of your hair so that it can stay intact and secure. Same process will be repeating across all of the hair. Always wrap the ends to the root of the hair so that it can be secure. You have to make sure it goes to the root and then tighten it at the root. In the viral style, air beads were used. However, I don't like air beads, neither do I have any around, so I'll be doing coils instead. Get a thread, tie and knit the part of the weave where you stopped the braiding. Then wrap the thread around the remaining ends loosely. Once done, hold the thread and drag the braid as seen in the video. Once dragged, tie the ends and cut excess thread. Repeat the same process for the second weave and cut the excess thread. Get very hot water and dip the wrapped ends in it. Leave it for 2 minutes and take it out. Dry with a towel. Finally, this is how I recreated the viral Bantu knot hairstyle